Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about strength standards as your training goal, which is something that has helped me a lot to stay consistent and disciplined relatively effortlessly when it comes down to working out and exercises. So, here in this video, you can see me doing again the ABC EMOM workout with double kettlebells. So, I've been doing basically the exact same workout for the past 3 weeks or almost a whole month now, and I alternate between the double kettlebell version and the single kettlebell version. Now, the only difference in this video that you see here is that I recently upgraded into using two 28 kilogram kettlebells when I do the double kettlebell version of the ABC. Previously, I only owned a pair of 24s, a single 28 and a single 36, but recently I purchased a second 28 kilogram kettlebells. So I'm really excited, and I was able to complete 20 minutes of the workout that you see here, which is the EMOM double 28 kilogram kettlebell. But going back to the initial point of having strength standard as a goal, one of the things that has helped me, as well as a bunch of people around me, my friends and colleagues, is that you'll notice different people have different training goals, particularly at different age groups. So younger guys tend to have a more specific set of target goals when it comes to exercise. Most commonly, things like body weight percentage or some kind of a visual appearance, muscular hypertrophy, or a number that they're trying to hit when it comes down to certain big lifts, So I want to hit 500-pound deadlift or a 400-pound squat or, whatever, bench press and overhead pressing. But you'll notice that as people get a little bit older, particularly in their late 30s, like myself, 40s, and even 50s, our training goals start to change quite a bit. We start to become more focused on overall health and longevity and performance, being mobile, being agile, having good joint health, living with no injuries, basically, which should tell you something interesting. It means our goals, the most kind of typical general goals that we had in our 20s, building muscle and strength PRs, do not equate to overall health and fitness, which is kind of interesting if you think about it, because the standard bread and butter way of working out in the gym has been so heavily influenced by the commercialization of bodybuilding industry. Commercial fitness didn't really become a thing until bodybuilding became really mainstream and popular. So whenever people think about working out and building muscle, they automatically think about, the standard bodybuilding workout templates. Even the goal in and of itself is kind of interesting. The fact that when people want to work out, the point is to build muscle. But building muscle to a certain extent is going to equate health and overall fitness, overall well-being. But it's definitely not the sort of end-all be-all goal for everybody, especially when it comes down to overall health. And when we're younger, we sometimes get obsessed with that as the actual final product of a goal that we're trying to achieve. So a lot of young people equate more muscle means more health. You can never have enough muscle, or you can never have enough protein. But that's simply not the case. And as well as strength PRs, right? Just because you're able to hit a certain number, it doesn't mean that you're actually healthier or better in the long run. This is speaking from my personal experience trying to hit certain PRs with the deadlifts and squats. And a lot of times it gets to a point where I felt like I was more of abusing my body rather than strengthening it. And the reason why I say this is because towards the latter part of my 20s and early part of my 30s, I started getting hurt more and more often by trying to hit these strength PRs. So nowadays, if you've been following my channel, you notice that I work out daily, and I work out using kettlebells and bodyweight exercises. I also do boxing workouts throughout the week, and I do play sparring once a week. And I feel like I've kind of figured out a really nice way to stay fit and generally strong and healthy. Basically, I think for the rest of my life, because this recipe works really well, even for people who are in their 50s and 60s. One of the reasons that I really love working out with the kettlebells is because it's such a great tool for general fitness, and it's terrible for any specific goals. So if you're looking to specifically grow your chest, or specifically grow your legs, or specifically grow your back, you're not going to be able to do that effectively just with kettlebells. But my counterpoint to that is, why are you looking to maximize your leg muscular growth? Why are you looking to maximize your chest muscle growth? Why are you trying to get as much muscle as possible into your back? It's not necessarily the healthy thing to do, you know. And I feel like working out with the kettlebells, because they're so bad for any specific goal, but they're really excellent when it comes down to overall just kind of fitness. Because any full body kettlebell movement, if you use the kettlebells the way they're meant to be used, there's no way that they don't involve pretty much your entire body. When you're doing the swing, the clean, press, snatch, all of those basic kettlebell movements really involve your whole body, and it almost simulates like manual labor to a certain extent, right? When you're picking up a heavy sandbag, for example, or you're carrying heavy groceries, or a gallon of water, or you're carrying your kids, you're not only using your biceps, you're not only using your back, you're not only using your legs, right? You're using your whole body. And when you're handling kettlebells as part of your workout, swinging them around or cleaning them, snatching them, it helps to develop overall body coordination, strength, and composition. So as opposed to evaluating your overall fitness based on what you see in the mirror, thinking, oh, my chest is not big enough, or my legs are not big enough, or my back is, not wide enough, or whatever. Maybe the right way to do it is to just not care about any of those things. Like, who cares how much muscle you have on your back, or how much muscle you have on your legs? Or people say, his legs are tiny compared to his shoulders, or stuff like that. I think at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. And going back to my point about, as men get older, they tend to focus more on overall health and longevity when it comes down to their exercise. They want to exercise to be strong, to be healthy. They want to exercise not because they want to get big. So I don't think that this goal is exclusive to people who are older. In fact, it's probably wiser if you start training this way from a very young age, because then you can set higher strength standards as your overall purpose of training. So instead of having goals when it comes into workout and exercise, I think it makes more sense to have a purpose instead, because the purpose is to be strong and fit, and not really have any particular goal that you're trying to hit, a certain body fat percentage, or something like that. So this overall kind of way of thinking really helps me a lot, as well as some of my friends, to stay consistent when it comes down to training. I'm also not concerned with overtraining or undertraining, or how much protein I'm eating. I'm really not concerned about any of that. My life is very normal. I go out with my friends from time to time. I take care of my family. The only thing I do is every morning I wake up, I do the same workout every day, and call it a day, just the same way that I wake up every morning and I drink my coffee, I brush my teeth, I work out, I take a shower. It's just part of my morning routine. So when you adopt this kind of mindset, it becomes a lot easier to integrate regular workouts into your life, and then you're going to become an overall fit person, right? When you think about people who do manual labor, they don't have to do extra workouts, right? Because that's just a part of their life every day. These are construction workers, fishermen, lumberjacks, or any kind of people that have to work primarily using their bodies. they're going to automatically have stronger bodies. When you think about farmers or landscape workers, they have really strong grip and strong hands and huge forearms and backs. It's not because they do barbell rows in the gym, or it's not because they do pull-ups, right? It's because they use their bodies daily as part of their life. So many of us don't have that privilege of using our bodies when it comes on to work. Many of us sit in cars and office desks for hours and hours and hours. So that's why daily workouts using kettlebells and bodyweight exercises, I have found to be extremely helpful to really simplify the process of getting fit and getting strong. So hopefully you found this video helpful. You found this way of thinking kind of beneficial and helps you to stay consistent with your workouts as it has for me. Yeah, that's it for the video today. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.